Bella, aka OnlyJayus, is a notorious content thief. Her entire account has been built on stealing.
You ever watch someone go from TikTok royalty to the internet's most unwanted faster than a crypto crash? Yeah, welcome to the OnlyJayus saga. A train wreck so messy, even Twitter users are like, damn, that's rough. Because this creator who had everything, brand deals, millions of followers, and a Netflix bag, somehow sped ran her entire career straight into the trash can. And no, this isn't just another oopsie with a notes app apology. We're talking racism scandals, ghosting creators, faking screenshots, stealing content, and oh yeah, not even writing her own apology video. It's like she collected every red flag possible and built a tent out of it. So how did we get here? Why is OnlyJayus getting absolutely destroyed by the internet? And more importantly, how many times can one person mess up before TikTok finally says, alright, that's enough? Well, let's get into it, because once upon a TikTok, Isabella Avila, aka OnlyJayus, was your average quirky nerd dropping psychology facts while still in her Best Buy uniform. Which, fun fact, got her fired, but she spun that into a whole Marvel origin story.
In the same month I started posting, I had gotten fired from my job because I was posting, and I also gained 1 million followers.
Okay, Iron Man, relax. But honestly, it worked. She went from Best Buy to the big leagues overnight. The internet ate up her quick cut facts, ADHD friendly edits, and did you know energy. She raked up millions of followers, got brand deals, and even a Netflix collab. Not bad for someone who built an empire off copy pasting Reddit threads. But fame moves fast, and internet karma moves even faster. So things really started falling apart in 2021 when TikToker Freak the Gemini dropped some yikes level receipts. Screenshots of Jayus using racial slurs.
Everybody here that I love you no matter your sex, your gender, your sexuality, your faith, or your race.
Goofy alert, guess that didn't age well, cause this you. At the bottom calling someone the hard ER, a word used to oppress black people in my community.
We're talking the full hard R package, which she used to insult a white person for dating a black person. Yeah, she wasn't quoting a rap song, she was giving Calvin Candy levels of delusion.
To the man with the exceptional beard and his unexceptional name.
Now, Jayus was 16 at the time, and sure, people make mistakes. Not that what she said is excusable, but instead of owning up like a human being, she pulled the classic influencer PR spin. Soft piano music, tear-filled monologue, and lines like,
I forgot how hateful and how angry of a person I used to be.
girl, that's not trauma, that's a terrible excuse for an apology. But it gets worse. Because that whole apology video, you know, the one that tried so hard to look raw and real, turns out she didn't even write it. TikToker I'm Just Zonda revealed he ghost wrote the whole thing to help her keep her brand deals.
The person that helped you write the apology is
Me, hi. I've already talked about it once before on my channel, but immediately after they confirmed it was true with me over text message, I then tried to help them to the best of my ability while still being extremely angry and frustrated.
And once she used his words to clean up her mess, she ghosted him too. So now we're looking at racist DMs, fake apology, ghosting black creators, ghostwriting the ghosted apology. At this point, even her redemption arc had a plot twist, which is just wild. And speaking of ghosting, let's talk about On Karen, a black creator Jayus publicly promised to collaborate with to make things right. Which is interesting, so it was supposed to be a healing moment, but instead she got radio silence. So when On Karen finally called her out, Jayus pulled the I have ADHD and time blindness card.
Forgot to respond to an email from this creator that wanted to collab with me, and instead of just like hitting me up again, they made 7 fucking videos about it! Can you please leave me the fuck alone? I have a diagnosed neurological disorder that makes me forget things and procrastinate due to time blindness. I forget to eat for days. I procrastinate sleep for more days. I barely text my family back, and I just had to move apartments because my address got leaked, and you're gonna throw a fit because I didn't make you my priority?
Like what? You had time to post 100 TikToks about brain facts, but you couldn't remember the one promise that involved real accountability. Yeah, I don't think so. So by now brands were catching on. Netflix and Tinder cut ties quietly, like someone sneaking out of a bad date. Although she didn't get banned from TikTok because apparently you have to commit a federal crime to get booted off that app. But the golden era of sponsorships were over. Jayus tried to show she was changing by posting a book called How to Be Anti-Racist. And sure, reading is great, but if one book could fix racism, Goodreads would be a utopia and Twitter wouldn't exist. Even Moist Critical couldn't help himself, dragging her with the quote,
"If you need to buy a book on how not to be racist, you've already failed. I think you're already too far gone."
Which is just straight facts. And if you thought the racism scandal was the final straw, oh no, that was just the opening act. Turns out, Jayus was lifting her content straight from Reddit, Wikipedia, scientific journals, basically the entire internet. People compared her videos word for word with existing posts and exposed her for reading them like they were her original thoughts. So she wasn't inspired, she was straight up Control-C, Control-Ving her way to virality. But wait, this is the best part. She once accused another creator, Jonathan Moss, for copying her, even though both of them used the exact same article. So imagine stealing homework from someone and then yelling at that same person for having the same answers. You just can't make this shit up. But now, this is where the story becomes an internet classic. Because Everyday Alex, a creator who noticed Jayus copied one of his TikToks word for word, the intro structure, everything. But she denied it and claimed they used the same Reddit thread. So Alex did what any chaotic good creator would do. He offered $10,000 to anyone who could find that Reddit post, $1,000 to the finder, and $9,000 to charity.
I am offering $10,000 to charity right now if she can send me the Reddit post. And if any of you on the internet can find the Reddit post, I'll give you $1,000 and we'll donate the other $9,000 to a charity of your choice.
But no one could find it. Why? Well, because according to Alex, Jayus posted the Reddit thread herself, deleted it, and then faked a screenshot to make it look like it came from someone else. She literally created a fake source to cover her tracks and still got caught. That's like robbing a store, calling 911 on yourself, and then handing over a receipt with your name on it. Just pure stupidity. And after Alex blew the lid off, the internet went full CSI mode. Reddit threads popped up with dozens of examples of Jayus stealing content. Word for word, no credit, no shame. She copied everything from survival tips to brain hacks to fun facts about animals. Some videos were so close to the original creators, it was basically voiceover karaoke. So at this point, she wasn't just inspired by creators, she was stealing their entire script, pretending it was hers, then hitting upload like nothing happened. So pretty much like TikTok was her own personal group project and she was doing none of the work. This led to even her fans tapping out, her like to dislike ratio on YouTube nosedived, her TikTok stopped performing, and people started unfollowing her in the masses. But Jayus, she's still posting, still acting like nothing happened, no new apology, no ownership, just business as usual. Which is kind of wild when you think about it. Like, how many careers have to burn before someone realizes the internet doesn't forget? Especially when receipts live on Reddit longer than your relevance. So what's the final verdict? OnlyJayus didn't just get cancelled, she got exposed. Repeatedly. And instead of learning from it, she doubled down, covered it up, faked her sources, ghosted people, and kept pretending she was the victim. So her career wasn't destroyed by trolls or haters, it was destroyed by her own arrogance, laziness, and refusal to take real accountability. She didn't just burn bridges, she set the whole internet on fire and tried to blame the matches. Now she's not known for fun facts, she's known as the walking case study in how to ruin your reputation, one stolen script at a time. So what do you think? Is there any way back from this, or has OnlyJayus finally hit the point of no return? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.